What's up, guys? Friday night, got 4 miles in. Nice easy run, zone 2 run. And then cooked some dinner. Nice beef and potatoes. Nice keeping it light. The cut's going pretty good. So keeping that truck going. And thought about talking about breaking down or some of the difficulties I've had in the past really pursuing goals, right? I think it's all about crafting systems to achieve those goals. And those systems are really designed around eliminating the excuses or the roadblocks that really kind of come up. Sometimes they're excuses, sometimes they're legitimate roadblocks. But a little bit of planning ahead and structuring your days and setting yourself up to make the options that you want to choose the easiest options. I've talked a lot about, you can make the choice regardless, and things can become almost automatic or draw you in once you build habits. That's totally true, but sometimes even the simplest stuff can throw you off. Like, for example, like I said, I've been cutting, so I usually food prep on Sundays, and this last Sunday I food prepped lunches, but I did not food prep dinners. And what I found recently is if I food prep all of it, especially in busier weeks, right? When I know I'm gonna be busy both day and night, which work takes up day. Most of my hobbies and really this training takes up nights, then I need to be prepared. Otherwise, sometimes, and like we talked about before, or like I've talked about before, excuse me, if you have a particularly challenging day, particularly challenging night, and just everything stacked up and you get home late, you might make a bad choice when it comes to food or exercise or all these different things, right? Especially like running or working out in the morning. I've heard of setting all your stuff out the night before so that way you can just jump up, put it on and go. Right? These little systems and little advantages set you up to make the easiest choice and eliminate some of the difficulty that you might have. So, for example, one of the things that I do is I always have, or even just something as simple, like a great example, I was thinking of this earlier, is laundry. Doing all your laundry 1 day a week. I'm pretty sure that's probably pretty standard. It's a little bit newer for me, but that sets you up for the week, right? Then all your clothes are ready, provided you fold them, which is like new to me. I hate folding. Like, if somebody wants to fold the clothes I wash, hit me up. Like, I might be able to figure something out. That could be a good partnership, I just hate folding. But the aspect is like really developing and understanding these systems, right? Otherwise you might run out of clothes or you might run out of food and then you might go out and eat. It's gonna cost you money. So if you're trying to save money, like that's another thing, right? Setting up these little things to make it as automatic as possible and to make and simplify your decisions, right? Because to stay dedicated and to stay consistent and to stay committed is a very challenging thing. Once you do start doing that, I think you should reward yourself and recognize that and understand that you're achieving something that a lot of people struggle with. In an interesting sense, thinking of it right now, you are probably remarkably consistent at what you're doing today. And that's because your life has evolved and all the systems you have in place support your lifestyle the way that it is today. It supports your current identity, not of who you want to be, but who you are now. So the time you wake up, the food that you eat, the exercise you do or don't do, the way you go to work, all of these little things are the habits and the routines and the lifestyle that you built. And that can be changed, right? That's ultimately just choice and redesigning it, taking the time to do that. I think it comes down a little bit too, when we're pursuing a goal, is really committing to it and understanding it's like, you can excuse anything away and you can find excuses anywhere. You will always come up with them if you really do not want to do something. Like, excuses are easy. The dedication and discipline is difficult. So set it up, like stack it up, stack the deck in your favor. one way that I do this, I was thinking through this, right? Because we could sit and we can get stuck in analysis paralysis, like trying to plan the perfect system to make sure that you don't struggle, that you succeed. And really, there is no perfect system, but I wouldn't sit back and do it, right? Just pick something, like if you're gonna Couch to 5K is like a great program. Like if you want to start running, if you're gonna start saving, start setting up some automated transfers, or have your check directly deposited, or depending upon the goal, right? Just as you come in and say you're gonna run 3 days a week, we're gonna use that example. Exercise is usually the easiest examples, right? Whenever you miss, think about why you missed. Think about the excuse that you used. Oh, I was too busy, or oh, I didn't have time, or oh, my clothes weren't clean. Like whatever stupid excuse that you had, and design your system and set yourself up so that way that excuse can't be there. When I run out of food and then I go and get me, some tasty McDonald's, a basket of fries, because they sell baskets now. If you didn't know that, I had to cut them out. I was struggling. Like, I've never really been addicted to anything, but if I have, it was baskets of fries. They're new, they're great. Don't do it, but maybe try one. In any case, I had to make different decisions. I had to, once I set up and I started doing food prep for lunches and dinners, 6 meals a piece, 6 lunches, 6 dinners, I was set up fully for the week. Like, to come down, and then basically 2 meals are at my leisure, at my choice, right? At my discretion. And that makes it very simple to make good decisions throughout the week, which has set me up. And in the past month, I've lost 7 pounds. I think it's pretty good. I think 1.25 pounds, a pound to 1.5 pounds is usually a pretty good range, pretty good cut. I think it's going about like that. So I feel pretty good about it. To keep on track, you might do some refeed after the April race. So I got about 3 more weeks to go. And then maybe refeed for about 2 weeks and then cut it again. Slim down for the races this summer, or pools and beaches. Life. Making decisions, setting up systems. So I know that the best version of me and the best training I've done and the clearest I've ever thought was without alcohol in my system, without alcohol in my life, even on weekends, not even any limited amount. I just cut it out. When I do that, everything gets better. And so I'm doing that right now. And I'm committed to that. It's supporting all of the other aspects of my life right now. And that's very beneficial, right? If I had it in my plan, in my system, I know my system would not be as effective. And so it's just making a decision. It's making a choice, and understanding that everything is a choice and prioritization. So fitness and training and clear-headedness for around writing and around creating some vlogs is really the choice I've been making. And that's the choice I make over alcohol. And each of those is a challenge, but every challenge you do, you get better. So take a look at your systems, take a look at all the choices that you made, take a look at where you are. Don't change them all at once. Change them one at a time. Set some goals, develop around it. When you make an excuse, redesign, pivot. Eliminate that excuse from being available in the future, right? And at the end of the day, you're gonna have to develop some discipline. That's the only way you're gonna get there, is to continually do it, consistently do it. If you don't, it's just up and down, start, stop. Maybe you'll make progress over a very long time, which is the goal anyways. But consistent progress will compound much faster than start, stop. Plateau, quit. So keep trucking. I'm with you. Have a great day.